getting a little bit of a leak, the 20% permanent corporate tax rate, the 4 different brackets, all sorts of stuff. Again, folks, this isn't settled, okay? I think we have 9 or 8 legislative days after this announcement to get this done. This is going to be it's going to be pandemonium. So here's what I'm going to do. At 1 o'clock today, I'm going to do kind of an emergency pop-up webinar to talk through. I want to listen to the brief. I want to look into some of the details. I want to call some people smarter than me, get their take on it. But do me a favor, if you want to attend a free live trade brief this afternoon, head to go.topgunoptions.com. That's pretty easy to remember. go.topgunoptions.com/AYT. That stands for, or short for, Analyze Your Trade. I'm going to have a regular member session at 1 o'clock for our Analyze Your Trade service, but I'm going to open it up to the public as well because this is a big deal today. Huge deal today with the tax announcement. Remember, folks, this every pullback year to date has been political. The Jim Comey clown car memo was about to age off the left side of the radar. Over here is the Obamacare failure to repeal clown car. Here's some Don Trump Jr. emails in North Korea. Here's a big North Korea fire and fury comment. Here's Donald Trump being called a racist by everybody but smart people, and that Gary Cohn and Steve Mnuchin were going to resign. And then after all these political pullbacks stopped, we just smoked the hopium and have gone higher here. So now we're going to get into some chop as we see if we can get a tax plan passed by the end of the year. We also have a debt ceiling fight by the end of the year and some other just mass hysteria along with North Korea. So folks, do me a favor, check it out at 1 o'clock today. Again, that's go.topgunoptions.com/AYT, Alpha Yankee Tango, Analyze Your Trade. And just for registering folks, I'll throw in a $45 value. There's a bottle of Pinot Grigio for you, a copy of our options pocket checklist. It's a pretty high-speed piece of gear. What else is going on? Well, guess what? For the first time in over a decade, we got a rate increase. So global stocks don't like that, right? You know, all the drunks in the bar don't like when the central bankers, the head bartenders, call last call. So a little bit squishy as stocks are struggling to maintain momentum. And here's our new drug dealer or bartender, Jerome Powell. Good dude, Republican, kind of a low tax, tax rate guy, or I'm sorry, interest rate guy. So should be bullish. He's going to announce it. So big day, huge day in the market with taxes and naming a new Fed chairman. So kind of a big deal in the market, and that's kind of why we're wallowing around here. Taxes, man, we're going to get a top individual tax rate left at 39.6. So again, 5% of America pays 95% of the taxes. I still don't get how that works. I don't get that math. I don't understand why I can't fill out a postcard size thing that says, here's how much I made, take 15% of it. Same thing with a poor person. You're going to tell me that a poor person uses the Navy, the military, NASA, the interstate highway system, and whatever else the government, quote, provides us, more or less than I do. I just don't understand why there is not a flat tax in this country. It's called equality, folks. We should all be paying the same thing. But anyway, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? If we don't get tax reform passed by the end of the year, this market will sell off. I am calling it right now. Just like I predicted the election of Donald Trump and the market rally, I'm going to tell you this market is looking for an excuse to give us a nice 3 to 5% correction, and it will be if we fumble this. They fumbled healthcare. They fumbled a bunch of other crap. Now, even the Treasury Secretary is saying, hey, you guys don't pass this tax bill, the market's going to implode. I tend to believe the Treasury Secretary when he says, if we don't get a tax bill passed, the market's going to implode. Believe them. What's going on underneath the economy, though? ADP came in smoking yesterday at 235. We'll get the real government non-farm payroll numbers tomorrow morning. That's really what the market cares about. We're looking for 4.2 unemployment rate and a blistering 311 from the negative 33K. Obviously, a hurricane hit and all that stuff. So looking for a great jobs report number. Yesterday. Consumer confidence is also blistering. And I guess the word of the day here at Top Gun Options is blistering. Why? Yesterday, the Atlanta Fed came out with their Q4 GDP forecast at 4.5%. So, folks, don't get me wrong, man. This is a nice hold your nose rally. Cautiously bullish, right? I'm personally market neutral, but one could look at this and say, cautiously bullish, man. You can't fight the tape. You have to trade the market you have, not the one you want. Here's the market you have. Why are markets rising everywhere? Investors can't stop buying every dip. If you've heard the acronym BTFD, you know what it stands for, folks. Buy the frigging dip. And that's what this market has done. But I'm telling you, one of the big Fred Sanford clutching your chest, I'm coming Elizabeth moments will be, if we don't get tax reform, it will be, God forbid, a shooting war breaks out. Or maybe even we have a, dare I say it, around Kwanzaa, Christmas, winter solstice, a government shutdown over the debt ceiling. So it really is a bipolar market, folks. That's why, we're all over the place here. Kind of cracked me up yesterday that Mark Zuckerberg said that I don't care if our company takes a hit to profitability. We're going to do good things. Dude, your liberals in Cupertino or wherever the hell you're based with their sweaters on and drinking their Chardonnay in front of their, their fire pit. Guess what? That I don't care. As a Gordon Gekko investor and stock trader, saying something like that makes me furious. That's why your stock's taking a hit today. You're talking out of both sides of your mouth. You guys talk privacy. Tim Cook wouldn't. The FBI goes to Tim Cook last year after San Bernardino terrorist mows down a bunch of people and says, hey, unlock this iPhone. We want to try and save American lives or prevent other terrorist attacks. No, privacy. And then they turn around and fill their phones and full of crap in China so they can monitor their people. And Mark Zuckerberg is all to, when it comes to privacy, not anymore. I'll turn over every Russian ad and everything on all my ads to the government. So you can't make this stuff up, folks. Finally, and I'll get into a little bit of a political rant this afternoon. I cannot believe that the liberal prosecutors in New York are charging that piece of shit in New York. They Mirandized him and indicted him. He needed to be put on a military aircraft and flown to Gitmo. He is an enemy combatant. Do you liberals not understand this? These men, if you can call them that, and even women, are not wearing uniforms, and they are waging war against America. In World War II, when a bunch of Nazis landed, I think 7 of them in New Jersey, or was it New York? New York and New Jersey, landed at night, so, paddled ashore in rafts from a submarine to create havoc and terrorism in the United States. FDR hung 5 of them. Or shot him. Who cares? 2 of them, I think, were got life in prison, but whatever. Enemy combatants committing war, not in a uniform. It's against the rules of warfare, folks. And he should be given a military tribunal. And if he's found not guilty, great. Let him go. If he's found guilty, which he jumped out of the car after killing all these people, he should be shot. I've had it. The suicide, the U.S. Constitution, folks, is not a suicide pact. And I'm furious, absolutely furious, as is every military guy I've talked to since this attack. What are we doing? Do we want our guys in the field to run around and Mirandize people before they shoot them? Stupidity, folks. Again, 1 o'clock, join me for more political rants. Go.topgunoptions.com/AYT for Analyze Your Trade. All right, I got to go. I can start digging into this tax plan. S&P's down 12 right now. Might be a sell on the news event. As I warned you, the other day we put on a VXX bullish double vertical for these quick strikes if the market's going to pull back. So if you remember right now, looking at VXX, it's up over 2.5%. Nice spike, and we put that trade on right over here, guys, and we had a nice spike in volatility. I told folks if you didn't get filled on it Tuesday, try yesterday. So you are looking at a nice, serious bump in potential vol profits here on that trade. We'll talk about that at 1 o'clock. All right, guys, I'll see many of you at 1. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless.